How have you been?
Not too good actually.
Oh, what's been happening?
Well, just dealing with everything with the baby and everything like that. It's just been really hard.
How did the pregnancy go? You well?
I'm well. The kid was actually born with Down syndrome, so that's been obviously really hard. That being back and forth from the hospital all the time, and obviously dealing with having the kid like not knowing what to do, and obviously learning everything new really.
Yeah. How long ago did you have the baby?
Probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago now.
And how's Bob coping with all this?
Bob basically left the day after I had the kid. He said that once obviously found out the kid was Down syndrome, he wanted nothing to do with the kid or me. He wanted to get rid of it, but obviously it's my kid, I didn't want to really do anything. But so yeah, he's left. I haven't heard from him, haven't seen him since.
Okay, and how have you been coping with, going to the hospital and the appointments on your own?
When I can get there, because I've got no transport now that Bob's gone. I've got no car, so we've been catching public transport, which has been hard because obviously, taking him, everyone stares at us and wonders like what's wrong. But so we've been attending some appointments, but not all of them because money-wise, I don't have the money to do any of it.
Yeah. So you obviously haven't gone back to work yet?
No, I haven't yet. I did ask them for a bit more leave and everything. They were supportive at first, but now they've basically said that we can't obviously keep you on. So they've basically gotten rid of me. So I have no job, no money, no transport, so I can't. I'm trying to really struggling with obviously having the baby and everything like that.
You've got plenty of family close by though, don't you?
No, they're about 4 or 5 hours away. So got no one down here or anything like that that's been able to help me. It's been just me on my own.
It's got to be tough. Have you thought about moving closer to them?
I have, but I don't know how my parents would take it. That they said that once I got pregnant, like we're not going to help you or look after and like support me with the kid basically. So especially now that the kid's Down syndrome, don't really think they're going to say, oh yeah, come on, let's go home and help you out. I think they don't want anything to do with it.
Right, okay. So, have you got brothers and sisters or?
No, I'm an only child. So I've got no one to turn to, none of my friends. I've got a couple of friends, but they've all got their own kids. There's nothing they can do for me, and they work and everything like that, so.
They're busy too. Right, so, how are you going to cope financially? Are you going to look for another job or?
I have been looking, but there's nothing coming up because basically I've had to obviously put everything on hold.
Okay, so how are you coping financially?
At the moment, not too bad, but obviously now they're not having the job, it's going to start getting obviously to its ends and everything, so.
Have you looked into financial support through the government?
I actually haven't, no. Is that something they can do?
I think if you speak to someone at Centrelink, there might be some benefits through them. I'm sure they're able to help you out there.
That might be, it might be an idea, because I know that at the moment I'm not too bad, but I know obviously down the track with not having a job, it will become hard. We're obviously trying to keep the house that we've got, because I don't want to have to obviously move with the new baby, so it might be a good idea.
What about clothes and food? How are you going with feeding times and?
As I said, like at the moment I'm okay. I've got a few little outfits from him that the hospital gave me. I mainly a lot of the time I just keep him in a blanket because we don't go out that much. So keeping a blanket, that's obviously going to keep him warm. So otherwise, if once it becomes time to start going out and if I have to look for a job, I don't have anything for him.
Okay. Have you been down to the local church or St. Vincent's or something like that?
No, I haven't. What can the church do, really? That
Well, they offer support groups and they offer, food and they might have some second-hand clothes for the baby or for yourself for that matter.
Yeah, I might, probably be a good idea to even look into that. But, yeah, get some more clothes for him at least. I'm okay, I've got clothes, but you've got clothes and that cost a heaps lot.
Are you currently renting with the house that you have with Bob, or?
Yeah, currently renting, so I've obviously had to take over the lease and everything now that he's left, so it's a fair bit each week, which cuts into the food and obviously the clothes and the money I can go out and spend on the new baby, but...
Okay, so is there some stability there? Is it a long-term lease, or?
I think it comes up for renewal pretty soon, off the top of my head, so don't know what we're going to do, obviously leading into that. So hopefully I still have money to be able to do it, but...
Have you spoken to your parents? Like, I'm sure that they're going to be supportive and they will help you out if they can.
They know I was pregnant, but I haven't told them that I've had the kid yet. They haven't even bothered trying to ring me.
How do you feel about calling them and telling them, and talking through this with them?
Well, I don't really want them. Well, obviously I need someone in my life, but when I became pregnant, they said they wanted nothing to do with the kid or me. I was stupid for having the kid.
So what you're saying is, you've had Harry and Bob's left you, or you've lost your job. Your house is coming up for renewal. Maybe I think it's time that you called them and tried to talk to them.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know how to bring it up to them, really. But, well, what do you say? But I can't get up there to see them. Obviously, just to call them, but.
Well, I think they might surprise you if you give it a try.
Yeah, so, I don't know, so hopefully the baby, he gets better and everything like that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it all takes time. I know it's all a bit of a shock at the moment, but I'm sure you'll get into a routine and a job will come your way. Just be patient there.
Yeah, hopefully. I guess it's just really hard. I just don't know how to look after him. That it's the first child I've had. That how do you deal with that now that obviously he's Down syndrome and the baby, I don't get any sleep. It just cries all night, and when I feed it, it still cries. That I'm getting no sleep. That I honestly don't know what to do with it.
It's just all a bit overwhelming at the moment.
Yeah. And the fact that, Bob won't need someone to help me, but, Bob's taken off, and, I've got no one down here, so...
Well, maybe you should try and call your parents. I think that's probably the best option you've got for the moment.
So, thank you very much for your advice. I might probably go and call my parents, see what happens, and, thank you for everything.
Not a worry at all, Emma. You let me know how you go, and obviously I'm here for you to chat again anytime soon, alright?
Yep, thank you.